Hi, good morning, guys. This is SK. This is our new session where I share my trend lines and targets for the day. I'm not going to trade today, but like I would like to share all the trend lines I would have traded. Like how I would have looked at the market today. We are at a very important price target right now. Like we have a bull target. Yesterday we saw. Let me do a recap here very quick. I mean, yesterday we saw, like we traded well above this line. There was a breakout and there is a follow through. This is kind of a push one, and we can see the next push after this breakout. But we have in an uptrend, from here one push, two push, three push, deeper pullback. Like then this is an entry one. This is a second entry. So either way, you can call anything to this guy. But how do I look at the market right now? We have this kind of a trend line here. This trend line. That's where we saw this bounce, this pullback, and two very important supports. Like one is 1969.35, which came from the high of this and the where we saw the breakout yesterday. The other one is 1956. Under no circumstances bulls will let this bears to take this, but let's say like we take 1963, 1969, and 1956. Bulls were not able to like prevent. I'm sorry. Bulls were not able to prevent their support levels over here. What will be our target? Our target will be. Let me take this trend line. This has no meaning now. Our target will be this blue line. Like because if you see we are in a tight channel. Like so right now I think this channel, this blue line needs to be tested. How? Maybe it goes sideways, maybe it get a sell off or something like that. We are high off the range. Whenever we try to poke high off the range, high of this channel, we saw a deeper pullback. Right now pullback is due. We have a target which is 1990 right above it. Maybe like we can get some kind of a buying, and like we poke through this and we see a pullback, or we can see a trading range price action. So trading range price action, or we can poke through this. We can poke through this and test this red line which is 1956, and get some kind of a trend line here and test this blue line needs to be tested as of now. How far it can go, if you see here, it can go far. It can test this, and it can test 217 before even it tests the blue line. But I'm looking at this blue line. This as of now, this blue line has a lot of meaning. So how do I take my day today? Like as of now I think 1969, what from the yesterday's price action, bulls are very aggressive. Bulls will not give up unless or until we'll see any resistance. The major resistance is not this 1990, is 2017, but the major resistance is round numbers as well. Like it's very difficult to trade around the round numbers. So major resistance is coming 2000, level 2000. Let me just have that drawn for you guys as well. I mean, it's going to be very interesting day today. Like we can make a lot of money. Yesterday was a good day as well. So let me take this guy. I'm not good at all that things. Okay, I think I got it. Will I say that? This is the level, where we can see, like a lot of resistance. And I am thinking 2017 and 1990, this going to become our trading range price action there, where we'll see a breakout either to the up, or we'll see a breakdown to test a deeper pullback. As of now, like at the open, like we can, if we took this 1969 support, the bounce will only come from this breakout 1956. If we are up, we are well above 1969. But what bulls will be doing is, bulls will be going for the next target which is 1990. Where do I have this target from? I have this target from the breakout failed, the bulls failed breakdown, so this needs to be tested. If you always see, like when I do my recap, I always say that it's going to be a breakout test, this was a test, this was a test, so all around those tests, you see, we saw kind of a pullback. Right now we will be testing 1990, and there is a target below. We can test this and we can get a trading range. Let's say we go for 1990, then the very heavy resistance is 2000 level, where bears might want to make a double top or something like that, because every time there are two type of setups going on. One is good for bulls, one is good for bears, like bulls making money, bears making money. It's not that, the thing become one directional. Over here, this, or in a bigger picture, this is one directional, but whoever shorted here, shorted here, shorted here, shorted in the top, they have also made money. So either way, like both bulls and bears can make money, as long as they have their setup, they have their setup, everything clear in their mind, how they're gonna trade, in a bigger picture, what is the direction and what pullbacks we can get, and we all can make money out of it. Let me show you the weekly chart. From a weekly chart, we get very sure that, like this thing, from a weekly chart, if we see a bigger picture, we are going for the target, which is to 2038. Like we are going for this target to poke through this and test that either we go higher or lower. We have a resistance here. We have a very major resistance here. Okay, I need a trend line. We have this is a very, very, very heavy resistance. We have it here, this trend line, so but let's come back to the weekly chart. From weekly chart, from here, we can see that, the our test will be 2037, 2038, but we have 4 hour hurdles in between. 4 hour support and resistance, as per my opinion, as per my trading, this is the most important supports and resistances we can look at from a major trend perspective, like for our trading. You can see, bulls are trying to bears are trying to, get their deeper pullback here, but we have a support here, we have a support here, two bear targets. If they took 1969, I'll look to buy again at 1956. If they bounce from here, we see next leg up, I'll look for resistance, which is 1990. After we trade above 1990, which will be difficult because we have this trend line as well, above that, and we have a target below, I look for 2000 resistance. So as of now, like price action is telling us that, more likely we can have a bigger trading range day, where we see a high, where we see a low, and at the end of the day we try to close near the open of the day. But as per the yesterday's price action, bulls are looking very aggressive, very strong. At the open they might try to go for the next leg up, and once they see this resistance, bears might want to sell it off. Like they might try to get their deeper pullback. So these are the important targets as of now. It's going to be very easy. We are near 1969. If we poke through that, look for 1956 with the follow through. If we bounce, look for 1990. After 1990, look for 2000. From 2000 2017, and then it's going to be a trading range day. These are the important trend lines. Whenever we try to poke through this, we'll see some kind of a pullback. Above this trend line, it'll become always in long. It'll become we this trend line will have no meaning. Then then we have to draw and see what other trend lines are making any sense. Alright guys, good luck. Not trading today. I have a very important meeting. It's a personal meeting, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.